Hello, my name is Christina, and I have been very depressed at times, and I'm going through a divorce, and things are really tough sometimes, and I'm starting to feel better. And I had an idea, something I wanted to do to try to reach out to people maybe who are not feeling so great, also to kind of create a community of people that can react and reach out to each other about happiness and what makes you happy and enemies to happiness, because I think in the end of the day, all of us are looking to be happy in some way, shape, or form. Whatever our passion is. When we say passion, it's about what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what gives you purpose. And for a long time, I've thought there are different things I want to do with my life, and I've had trouble finding something that really makes me happy. And I feel like in America, in this society, it is hard to get a focus on that. We're always trying to survive. We're always trying to figure things out. And I thought it would be interesting, and maybe it'll go nowhere, but even if a few people like it, feel better by it, are able to feel like they are not alone in going through sad things or being angry or having trouble finding a way to be happy or going through circumstances that really put them down and make them feel like, how can I be happy when all of this is going on? Sometimes there are ways, and I feel like, especially having gone through some therapy myself, even though you're told, well, you know, to accept things and to try to find that, and I think it is important, it's also everybody's different and what makes them happy, so it's really hard to help other people. So I thought maybe just a conversation about it would be really great. And I've never done this kind of thing. Hang on, my son is calling me. Hang on, baby. So I figured, why not try it and talk about it? Okay, hang on, Logan. Okay, I'll be right with you. That's my 3-year-old son. Very good reason to be happy. Anyway, I had many different ideas that I will detail here in a second. 1 second. Go watch TV, baby, for a second. I'll be right with you. Okay. And I know there will be people who will be negative. I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I'm not wearing it now. I don't look very good. I'm not going to be probably one of those people who necessarily, I mean, eventually maybe post regularly, but I also just don't dress up or anything like that. So there's going to be that. But I had some ideas, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So I figured once I thought about it, and it was just kind of popping around in my head, but then when I really thought about how many topics this could relate to, I thought it could actually do some good in the world. It could be significant. So, for instance, some things I was thinking about, and I would like your ideas of what you would want to discuss on here. I think at least starting out, I might just do once every 2 weeks or so, and then we'll see if it, you know, gains any traction, or I don't get too busy and forget about it or something like that. But I was thinking, what makes you happy? Enemies to happiness. So what takes that away from you? And these are different ideas of things that I could make topics for. Does dancing make you happy? Singing. And yes, there probably will be some dancing and singing videos, because I think when you see other people being happy, even if some people make fun of it, even if some people think it's not that big a deal, or it's silly, and why would you talk about that kind of thing, or why would you show yourself doing something like that? I think when we put ourselves out there and we don't care what people think, it's really powerful. So yes, there may be some singing and dancing in future videos. And that may be all that's in that particular video, who knows. Family, religion, you know, people have beliefs that they go through or that they subscribe to and are really important to them, and that can make them happy. That gives them kind of peace sometimes, and how that relates to happiness. How, if you don't feel religious, because I'm not particularly religious, how do you be, or what makes you happy despite not having that? Because some people have those questions. What makes you happy to see and talk about? So that'll give me ideas of what to go over. Can you live off happiness? Like, could this theoretically be something that you could do and you could find a way to live off of? It's kind of an experiment I'm doing in a way anyway. Fun versus happy. When you're having fun versus what happiness is. Sadness as well. So it's not just always going to be, you know, even though it's going to be the happiness channel, you know, it is going to be about sadness and anger and the value that those have as well, not just being happy 24/7 all the time, because it's not possible to keep up that amount of energy, right? Anger, of course, and sometimes maybe even discussing suicidal thoughts and why people want to get rid of the life that they have. And, you know, if that's something that's really a sensitive topic for you, I will try to make sure that I put clear things in there when we're going to be talking about those. But I think it is a conversation that needs to be had. Then ways to try to combat that, like having different ideas on that. Again, being silly, positive psychology, learning maybe a bit about psychology. I have an interest in psychology, so that might come in here sometimes. The idea of imperfection and how that relates to us feeling happy when we feel imperfect, when we don't reach the goals that we're trying to reach. How do we stay positive, or how do we accept that it's going to be negative for a while and get back to positive when we're ready for it? Beauty versus happiness. Does it combat it? Is there sometimes things that are beautiful in the world that can make us happy, but when we try to reach our own goal, our own set standard of what beauty is, does that increase or decrease our happiness? And can it go both ways? Science, curiosity, intrigue, fighting depression, obsession, therapy. And does therapy actually make you happy? Does it kind of get you grounded? What is really its purpose? So these are different ideas I had. And to add one more, because I thought it was done, but I'm not. Community, and does it make you happy to help out in the community? Politics, and does that detract from your happiness? Can it add to your happiness, trying to make other people's lives better? Or does it kind of start off something that could make you happy, but then eventually gets really difficult and frustrating? Or is there a balance there that needs to be there? And your career. Does your career make you happy, or does working make you happy in general? What everybody thinks of these things. So again, my hope in making this and in not doing anything fancy or putting on makeup, maybe makeup, I mean makeup can make people happy sometimes, is to, again, create a community that, or offer the opportunity for a community to be created that focuses on happiness and what that means to us individually and how we're happy. And you can watch me be happy, and maybe you'll feel better. And we will talk about the fact that you can't always be happy. It's not possible to be happy 24/7. But I think it's worth investigating. One of the biggest things in life, aside from survival, that we all have in common is we all want to be happy. So maybe that's something that's worth talking about and allowing, hopefully, a community to blossom that can reach out to each other and help each other when we're not feeling good, or to even see that, you know, to be there for each other and to communicate with each other and be a strength and offer what we're thinking and what we're feeling to each other. And that can actually be something really beautiful. And that would make me happy. So I would like to see that if it's possible. There's always going to be people who don't like what you do or how you look or what you say or how you say it or anything like that. So luckily I'm not a big, I don't usually care about those things very much. So I think that will be an advantage. But yeah, I wanted to do that. And as you see, I didn't purdy myself up or anything for this discussion. But yeah, I wanted to start that out. So we will see how it goes. But thank you for looking at this video. If, you know, with future videos, I hope that they do help you find happiness or enjoy it or intellectually stimulate you or something. And I look forward to seeing you there. And have a happy day.